everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. Today we are in my kitchen. That's why it looks a little dark. I hope not. You can see my face at least. So the new year is just around the corner, 2019. Are you ready? So January 2019, every year I set some goals for myself. I do not do resolutions because you know what, when we do resolutions, we do things like, oh, I want to lose weight or I'm going to quit smoking. But we don't really, put our best foot forward in losing and actually, doing these challenges. So I set goals. Now this year's goals, I have three. I have three goals for this year. Two of them that I really, really want to achieve. The other one is just the third one that I put in that something I would like to do. But the word for this year that I'm going to use is aggressive. I want to attack these goals aggressively, especially the first two. So what are they? Well, my first goal, I want to pay off some financial bills that I've had for the last couple of years. Now, my goal really is to be financially debt-free. And I've been working towards that for quite a while now. I almost had a larger bill paid off this year, but it did not work out. I thought I could pay it off by the end of this year, but something else came up and I had to take that money and use it for that because that's life. Things come up. So I've decided that I'm going to attack it aggressively this coming year, where I will grab all the opportunities to pay off this debt. I really want to do this. This is a goal that I'm setting for myself. And this time I am going to attack it by working all the overtime that I can, working longer hours, extra days, whatever it will take. Cutting back on things. I am going to pay off this bill. End of story. It's going to happen. So that's the word, aggressive. So my second goal that I wanted to do is something that I started, oh my goodness, like I don't know, a couple of years ago. It had to do with my blog. I started, I wanted to kind of test my writing abilities, to see if I could really write more than just a daily blog. So I kind of started this challenge of writing for 30 days on one topic. And I thought, well, I don't know, can I write 30 days on one topic? So I chose the topic simplicity because I thought that, simplicity kind of affects every part of our life. So it'd be easy for me to write about, getting rid of things, decluttering, simplifying our life in every area, right? And actually, so I did, and I started writing in a lengthier kind of a article more, because I wanted to really see if I could write as a writer, not just a blog every day. But when I started writing the 30 days, I kind of really, the next thing I knew is like I started putting the simplification in my life, and I really loved it. I loved the idea of simplifying, living smaller, getting rid of things. And this also goes with your financial goal, like that I had, because the less I buy, the more money I save, right? So I started with the simplification, and I started kind of downsizing on a lot of things in life, and whichever it worked out good. Then about 2 years ago, we moved over here, and in these 2 years, I don't know what it is. I think it's because we have a pantry. I don't know. But it's like we collected everything back again. Everything that I got rid of, it seems like we're busting out of the seams. Like there is no excuse why we have no room anymore. This apartment is bigger than what we've normally been used to. We have a walk-in pantry. Why are we busting at the seams with just stuff? So I've decided that this year I am going to do a total detox of decluttering, simplifying everything. I'm going to start in one room, in one section, and I'm going to get rid of everything. Now, there's different groups. You don't just toss. I do not just toss things out because of my ministry, my crocheting ministry, where I donate to different charities. I also, if it's something that is good, it's in good condition, somebody else can do, I get rid of it. I donate it to so somebody else can use it. Or, maybe I want to give it away to someone that I know. Like I have a young friend who just started out in her own apartment. She needs a lot of things. If I don't need this, maybe she can use it. And she's taken some things that we didn't need anymore. So it's not just going to be trashed. Of course, all the things that are not usable, we trash them. So I'm going to, and it's going to be really taking me a whole year to do this, because you got to be realistic. And, you know, I can spend a weekend going through my pantry, taking everything out, putting it all, you know, into another room. But what happens when you do that? You're making an even bigger mess. I don't want to make a bigger mess. I don't want to stress myself out over this. So I'm going to take a little bit at a time. So I'm going to start in one section, and then I'm going to work my way through. Now it could be just a drawer, it could be just a bag or a container, you know, it could be a whole closet in one day, whatever. But I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to take my time, and I'm just going to declutter. I'm going to go through things and get rid of a lot of things that we do not need. And I want to get us back to that simple way of living where we do not use, you know, and get unnecessary things, because I believe that when we go out, and especially when we go shopping, we just get like a whole bunch of stuff that we really don't need, you know. But that's another vlog that I'm going to do. So that's my number 2. Number 1 is I want to be financially free. I want to be able to pay off at least one of these major bills that I have that I want to get. I want that done. And I'm going to attack that aggressively, just like I said. Number 2, I'm going to be simplifying, and I am going to attack that aggressively just as much. I do not need, like, you know, 30 curtains. I don't need, you know, 30 pairs of shoes. You know, you got to be realistic. What am I going to really need and use? So, you know, one of the goals, and this is going off track totally, but I've always told myself I am going to be 54 in January, that, you know, I'm working towards saving for my retirement. Then when the time comes where I retire, and wherever I retire to, all I want to really take is whatever I can fit in my car. I do not want to be moving and carrying all these boxes and furniture or anything like that with me. So I don't want to be collecting stuff. There's only 2 things that I really absolutely need to be with me, and that, well, actually it's 3. Hold on, there's 3 things. One is yarn, my books, and hey, my internet. I need my computer with me wherever, my Wi-Fi wherever I go. The rest, I do not care if I have it with me or not. Okay? My books, my yarn, and my internet. That's all I need. And, well, maybe my comfy chair. But the cat took that over, so I don't know. I think it's her chair now. So that's my 2 goals that I absolutely am going to attack aggressively. And I'm actually going to start in one corner of the room. And maybe I will even show you some of that as I go, some of the things that I've done. And I am going to go one by one. All right? So that's number 2. Number 3, it has to do with my crocheting ministry. Now, my crocheting ministry has been going strong for about 5 years now. And it has changed as the years go by. And by that I mean, even though I may have, you know, women come and go that've been in my group, and, you know, but life intervenes. And for instance, we used to meet regularly for the last 5 years, the second Saturday of every month. And they would meet over here by my place, or we would go for coffee, or we would go to the woods, or we would go to, you know, have pie somewhere. We would just meet. We would have a nice get-together. The ladies really liked each other, and they liked to hear about each other. And also it would be a good time for me to, like, you know, hey, you need more yarn, let me give you more yarn. They would give me whatever they produced. It was a nice even exchange. It would take practically the whole day. On that Saturday would be devoted just for that. Well, this past year we barely met. Every time I set up something, we were unable to meet. Somebody couldn't make it, or I'd be over there by myself waiting. Somebody's car would break down, or, and you know, that's just life. That's what kind of happens. You know, one of the ladies in the last 5 years, she had 3 more children. You know, hey, she's got 4 kids now, 3 of them in diapers. She doesn't have that much time to come out and, you know, and spend with the ladies. with 4 little children. Or, you know, we had some that had debts in the family. There were some that went traveling this year. And, you know, and by that what I mean is that suddenly these get-togethers couldn't happen anymore because they weren't showing up because they had other things going on. There'd be one person instead of 6 or none at all. So I ended up, for the last couple of months, I ended up kind of canceling that, and I just, when they need more yarn, or if they need, if they want to drop off some items that they made, I just meet them for a coffee myself, and we have a one-on-one. But I have noticed that they do really miss that. They miss talking with one another. They inquire about each other. They become friends, you know, and they had formed relationships in the past 5 years, and I've noticed that I think they miss it. So even though I don't think that we're ready to kind of go back to every month like we had, because of, just like I said, everybody's lives are just changing. You know, another one just lost her job right now for Christmas and is going to be starting new. That's going to affect her schedule. Can she come on that Saturday? I don't know. I don't know. So, like I said, it's going to, you know, things change constantly with our ministry. But I do realize that they need to see each other. So I think what I'm going to do for one of my goals, for my third goal, and it's just really more of a little goal, is that we meet occasionally. Now, they love to go to the woods in the summer. We have a favorite spot where we sit under our beautiful tree. You know, we bring our chairs, we'll picnic our snacks, our fruits, and we just, you know, the kids run around and play, and we have a good time. So I think that we will do that. But maybe not every month, but maybe every 3 months we'll meet up for it. Another place they like is Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know what it is about it. Is it the donuts? I don't know. But they love going there. And maybe we'll go there once in a while. But I'm just thinking about having more activities where we are actually meeting a couple times a year at this time, and see how that goes. And, you know, maybe one day we can go back to meeting every month and, you know, having an outing. So these are just some of my goals that I want to plan. Also, January is my birthday month. Now, birthdays, no big deal for me. Believe me, I'm an adult. I believe birthdays are really for children, and we should celebrate them with children. I could, you know, it doesn't matter to me one bit. It is just another day. But this month I am going to be turning 54, and I thought that maybe it would be a good thing for me to do a vlog. If I can try to log one up every day, and kind of at the end of my vlog give a little tidbit about myself, or maybe give you a little update, something that you don't know about me. So this is going to be for so let's see, I'm going to post this one. I'm going to give you, for the whole month of January, I'm going to give you a little bit trivia about myself. So that's just something to look forward to. Also, January used to be a time of renewal for us, especially in my one of my churches that I belonged in earlier, a while ago, when I used to live in that neighborhood. The church I belonged to, we used to do a fast for that in January, because we're starting a new year, we're refreshing, and we would start it with a fast. Kind of like, you know, if you're not a born-again Christian, if you're not a if you don't know what we mean by fasting, it can be, you know, you're just on liquids, or you can give up something, kind of like if you're a Catholic and you're going through Lent. So give up social media, you know, whatever. But I don't do that anymore. But I love January for what it represents. It's a new start, a new beginning, you know, letting go of what was and looking forward to the future. So January, to me, it's not just my birthday month, but it's also a new time for the year to start your goals, to start fresh, to look forward to what you know, what the year is going to bring. And also, you know, to me, once we're done with, like, you know, when we get close to January and we're like at the end of the month, I always feel like, winter is almost over, because once we're done with January, the rest of it is kind of easy. So these are just some of my goals for 2019. Two of them are very aggressive, and that's my new word, aggressive. I am going to be very aggressive in trying to achieve these goals for real. And let's see by the end of next year, just where am I at with these goals. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please comment and let me know what are your goals for 2019. Don't forget thumbs up if you like this video. Otherwise, have a blessed day, everyone.